Well, surprise, surprise, woke up this morning and it was raining. We got a grand total of 3/100ths of an inch. We still got like a 30% chance of rain for between 5 and 7 o'clock tonight. I don't hold that much hope, so it's dried up. Me and Kelly going to the cornfield, trying to get started. Got Carter on the ripper. He's ripping what we ripped yesterday. And right now, Andy's on the bush hogging around the fields that we cut yesterday. Just trying to get a little of that out of the way. And when we get close to needing the truck, holler at him. He'll bring that down there. And we got 12 acres down the road to get to that Bex variety. Probably won't be a whole heck of a lot there based on what we cut yesterday. And then we'll be going over here behind the gin. Got 35 acres of our Progeny variety, and pretty excited to see what that's going to do. So anyway, daylight's burning. Let's get started. I'll definitely say something about this Bex corn. It's a loud corn to shell. I mean, my combine's thumping. Sound like some big old ears going through there. Hey Mia, say hi to everybody. Passenger Princess is getting her first ride in the combine. Kelly needed a little break. Oh, it's yielding okay. Nothing spectacular. I mean, we're in a pretty good area of the field. But look like, I mean, there's real good plant health. I think this is a 114-day variety. I mean, there's still some green and stuff in the stalk. But I got to say, this year is based on the other variety I shelled. I'm just not real impressed with the yield on this. Otherwise, it looks like a real solid variety. But I would expect this to be doing a little bit better than this right here. All right, that's a little bit more like it right there. We got away from the tree line, 24 rows, and yeah, that's about what I'd expect in this area right here. 225 to 250. So it just goes to show you, this corn has had virtually no rain on it since July 1st. Everything on that monitor is coming from soil moisture reserves. Our soil health practices are paying off. We're not where we want to be yet. In fact, I don't know if we'll ever get to where I want to be, but we're definitely on the road and we are making improvements every single year. Yeah, I don't know, but I might have just found my new favorite hybrid. This is Progeny. I think the number's 9114, and I mean, this yield is blowing me away. I seen a high of 273 on the yield monitor. Right here, we're at 240. I mean, we're in a better spot of the field, but still, for the year we've had, that is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm gonna brag on this variety just as much as I bragged on that DeKalb 11130. From what I've seen right here with the year we've had, the top end yield potential of this Progeny, I think it's up there with the DeKalb. As far as the low end and the worst spots of the field, I think the DeKalb has got a little bit on this variety, but still, I'm impressed. I might be really impressed with this variety, but not as impressed as I am with this massive morning glories. Between morning glories and kudzu, the bane of my existence in growing corn. That outside row just this spot right here is where I was showing you during my first crop tour of the drought. back in July when we first started seeing bad conditions from the drought. This was the spot that was still just green as a gourd then. I mean, look at that right there. Dang good corn. And I'll just be honest with you, you know, I wouldn't really, uh-oh, I'm knocking down the road down there. Uh-oh. I might have a road that is not turning. Oh, I can smell something smell like it's burning. I hope I don't have a gearbox gone out. I don't want to replace a gearbox today. Whew. She's pretty hot though. Let's see what this one feels like. Now, that one's warm. That one's hot. Oh, wow. Not as hot as that slip clutch though. I think that's what happened. I think I lost a slip clutch. Better than a gearbox though. Oh wait, I gotta see what's wrong. Looks like it's got some kind of locking collar right there on that one. That one's missing it. That might turn out to be an easy fix if I can find it and it's still salvageable. All right, so I'm just gonna walk down through here, see where the road unit quit turning, and it ought to be there on the ground. Tell you what, that's even more impressive, that variety. That yield monitor reading I just showed you was coming off the corn off of 11 rows, because that 12th row of corn is still right there on the ground.
Oh, that can't be good. He's going back there looking for something. What is going on? Hello? Welcome to my side, where I roll up and I think, oh, he's full. And then you show up and nobody's there. There's nobody in the combine. And then he's just walking away. And I can't turn around. Welcome to Corn Harvest, where I literally go, I don't know what I'm doing. So in further evaluation, Matt had to go find a part that fell off the header. So I think we're gonna be fixing it. Day 2.
And I believe I found it. Thinking what that does is clamps over the slip clutch and clamps it down, I'm guessing. Looks like, I guess we had a bolt break. But anyway, what I was saying about that variety is I wouldn't expect this out of the variety. I was not expecting it to be a top end yielder. You know, I was expecting it to be a solid yielder, but for the type of ground I was putting it on, you know, I was just looking for something of a good, solid, reliable variety. Not necessarily top end yields, but something that was going to give us decent yields on thinner ground. And well, it's done that and more. I mean, I found one it's got some dang good, really good top end yield variety, but the main reason I was playing it was the cost point on it. It was more expensive than that Beck's conventional seed, but you know, with this only being a Roundup Ready variety, I think my price was somewhere like the $233 per bag, Roundup Ready, no BT trait. And I was just looking for a low cost option with solid agronomics on my, you know, more marginal ground. And is a decal, but maybe just a little bit better, possibly. But at the price point this Progeny was at this year, is a decal a better option? Nope. Might be a better variety, better yield, but it comes at a significantly higher cost, especially if you got to get the if you got to get the fully traded version of the decal, because it either comes in conventional or fully traded. It doesn't come in just the Roundup Ready variety. but this Progeny got a lot better value for me right now, and I got quite a few more acres of it planted, and unless it just really falls off on the rest of my acres, my initial impressions of it is that they be calling a seed dealer, making sure he can get some again for next year. All right, Andy is able to rotate the drive shaft there on the header. I know y'all can't see, but we're able to knock the slip clutch back on and then get the bolt slots lined up, and now we just gotta replace the one bent bolt and the one that's missing, and I think we'll be back in business.
What's that song they sing? All by myself. And he left the combine running. So, I'm gonna go turn it off. Actually, he has to run to town to go get parts, so I'm out here, just me, myself, and grain buggy and combine. All right, let's climb up this back girl. Look, everybody, I do my own stunts. Let's go have and save on fuel. Well, can't call him if something goes wrong because he also left his phone. This is the story of my life. About 90% of the time, I have to guess what's going on. So it's great. I know it's frustrating. Farming as a whole has become extremely frustrating, has become something that every single day I wake up and the first thing that's on my mind and is on my heart, how heavy all of this is. It's so heavy right now. Everything you see on social media, you hear from your neighbors, from your friends. Agriculture is really hurting all across the board. So I'm getting up every day and I'm just praying and letting go and letting God handle this. And so some people may come at me and say, well, you're always laughing about hard situations, because that's how I handle it. This has to be laughable, because if I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry. I wake up every day and I have this just awful feeling in the pit of my stomach. Like, are we gonna be able to do this next year? You know, will we be able to provide for our family? Will we have to go get jobs? Here's the thing, if farmers fail and Matt and I have to go get jobs, what jobs are we gonna get if there's no jobs in agriculture? And that's what I think of every single day. So instead of making myself worry, I just laugh about things and I watch really stupid TikToks on travel and food. So, and I talk to my friends, but I know how utterly frustrated Matt is and how utterly frustrated everyone else is. So that's my PSA. We're doing our best. We're trying to not drown completely and hope that someone just says a word of encouragement, because we're all doing our best. And I'm gonna do my best to take a walk because it is a nice day.
All right, you can tell we got it back on in there. Had to take a freaking long shield off to be able to get both those bolts in, because it's got some 4-inch bolts going in there. All right, Andy's going to reverse it now. Let's pray if it holds and works.
Back it up.
Oh yeah. All right, kick it on. We back in business now. Well, we got, I don't know, about 5 more acres on this farm and we'll be wrapped up here. And I was going to call it a day rather than change farms and get started with it being dark. But I just remembered that that first farm we did today, I forgot a field over there. It's got like a small 1-acre triangular field across the ditch you got to go down the road to get to, and I smooth forgot about it. So we're going to have to take off the head, go get 1 acre, take off the head again, and then we'll call it a day, park there at the shop, get everything serviced and ready to go tomorrow. But I gotta say, the more I shell this Progeny corn, it's blowing me away how well it's doing considering the conditions it's gone under. I mean, my yield monitor actually hit 293 in one of the better spots on this farm, and there's not a whole lot of real good spots, maybe like 2 acres total, but overall it's probably a little bit better farm than the other farms we've done so far. Doesn't have as many good spots, but the bad spots aren't as bad. It's more consistent ground, and right now my average is sitting at the highest we've shelved so far, 147 bushels an acre. And if it weren't for the inrows, I mean, this farm would be averaging probably 170. So yeah, I'm plumb tickled with this Progeny variety and how it's turning out. It's a hoss. Anyway, we're going to get this wrapped up. We got a couple more places over here, and then we got this corner over here, and go get that other farm. See what tomorrow brings. Our 30% rain chances did not materialize today. I don't know, what is this, day 63, 64, no rain? That 3/100ths of an inch from this morning, it doesn't count. It wasn't, it was enough to settle the dust for about 5 minutes. All right, we came back to get our, I don't know, 60 bushels maybe. This little 1 acre field wasn't hardly worth coming back for, but we need every bushel we can get this year. All right, if y'all keep letting me forget fields like this, it's going to be a whole lot longer harvest.
I don't think you want me to say what's really on my mind, because if I do, you're going to have to turn that camera off.
I mean, that's what the head guy in charge is supposed to do, is pass the buck, pass the responsibility on somebody else, isn't he? Isn't that what a good CEO does? Anyway, we're now officially done for the day. About 48 acres done today, between the late start from the light shower this morning and then being down for about an hour and a half with the header. Didn't have the day today we wanted to have, but hey, at least we found some good corn. So we'll see what tomorrow brings.
You know, there's that saying, another day, another dollar earned. Well, for agriculture right now, it's another day and another $100 lost. Beyond frustrated, but guess what? We're gonna do this again tomorrow.
All right, we got moved over to Pete's farm. Oop, I need to open my grain tank before I put everything on. All right, Wednesday morning, take 2. We got moved over here to Pete's farm, and we're gonna be over here a good long while. We got right at 96 acres of corn over here, and I'm hoping it's some pretty dang good corn, even better than maybe what we've done before. It's not necessarily a better ground or anything, but we're getting into the corn where I didn't screw up the nitrogen management right there from the get-go at planting. Right here on this farm is where we started putting out our second load of nitrogen, our second tender load, and we had this treated with Agritane. And I know when I was spraying a fungicide on this corn, once I got out of that first load corn, I could tell a marked difference in the color of the plant. It definitely had more nitrogen. Stands to reason. We ought to see some higher yield. But there's also another factor to play. This farm right here got just a little bit less rain than that around the shop, a couple tenths, but I don't know, maybe a couple tenths of an inch was all the difference in yield. So I don't know. We're gonna get some of this corn shelled and I'll report back. I don't know how well y'all can see across the road there, but that's some of my double crop beans, some of the last we planted, and that's actually a better spot on that farm. And see right in here and then right there on top of the hill, I mean, they're giving up. I mean, if we get a rain this week, I mean, it could help some, but there's been major yield destruction on those beans, and you know, there's not going to be much of a chance for them to recover even if we get a rain today. But when I was driving down the road, I got a neighbor that's got some double crop beans right next door to it, and they were planted later, maybe a week later than what mine was. You know, they didn't get off to as good of a start as what mine did, and they haven't even lapped the middles. I mean, they're about this tall on a lot of the fields, and I mean, haven't even lapped the middles. I mean, that's how dry it is. I'm not saying anything about my beans are better or anything, because I mean, there's a very good chance that a combine won't hit either one of the fields. It's been that severe. I might have a little bit more plant height, but but that doesn't mean I'm gonna have any more soybeans on the plant, which I'm not.
Welcome to day 3. My passenger princess says hello. She has been barking at everything. Across the street, you'll see our lovely double crop soybeans that has made an amazing cover crop. There are no beans in any of the pods that are actually out there. Most of it is dead, and it's a little depressing, but it is what it is this year.
And speaking of rain, we got another chance of rain in the forecast. I think we got a 50% chance of rain for Friday night. At this point, I'm not going to get excited about it until we actually get to Friday afternoon, and they're still saying a 50% chance of rain Friday night. Because as we've seen here over the last several weeks, we get a small chance of rain in the forecast, and it just slowly dwindles as we get closer, and then we wind up getting, I mean, virtually nothing. So, woo, 270, heck yeah. Ooh, throwing it over my sieves, need to open them up a little bit. Good corn right here. I wish it was all gonna be like this.
So, been having some tractor problems. The parking sensor flashes, and then I can't get the tractor to go out of park or to move. It takes about 4 or 5 tries of constantly putting it in park to get it to move. So my goal is to not put it in park. I think if I just keep moving, it won't put itself in park. We've had that happen before in our other tractor during harvest, and Carter got stuck with a full buggy in the middle of the road getting up to the other field, and it was the parking brake sensor. So I'm really hoping ours is not going out, because once that goes out, your tractor can't go anywhere. It legit stays there. I might have to call somebody or see if they've got a parking sensor in stock and just kind of have them hold it, because I don't know what else to do if it puts itself in park. We're in this bottom. Oh, bunny! Look at me, bunny! There's a bunny! There's a bunny, me! She will bark at everything that's not there, but a big fat bunny runs across and she just watches it go. I'm trying to get up the hill, Matt. I'm trying to get up the hill without getting tossed around like a rag doll. Jeez. This ground is so freaking hard. It's like driving over broken concrete. Awful. Jeez. Ah! Okay, go. I guess this corn's doing pretty well, because the minute he goes down and comes back, he's full. So that's a good thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm just here to drive and get yelled at on the radio.
Anyway, I just got done eating lunch and turned the combine around and saw that behind me. Yes, that is a thunderstorm. That's the most promising skies we've had in weeks. Is it coming for us? Sadly, no. It is going south of us. We might get some sprinkles out of it, but that's some pretty dang heavy rain down around Brownsville. But it's going south of us. What is it, day 64, 65 now? I don't know. We'll get ours one day, though. Just don't think it's gonna be today.
Oh no. I wouldn't want Mother Nature to bring all of that crying from the sky over here when I have corn in my open grain buggy. No, that would be horrible. Come here. Come on. Come on. Just a little closer. Please. It looks so promising. Come on. Come on. Just a little closer. Yeah, you can do it. You know you want to. Just just half inch or an inch, I don't care. Whatever you got, please, por favor.
Well, I know y'all can't see in the camera, but I can count like 10 itty bitty raindrops on my glass here. You can see the rain off in the distance. Not gonna make it up this way. Heck, we're not even gonna get enough of a shower to make this corn hard to shell. You can see right there where that blue dot, I mean, some nice rain down here south of Jackson.
Oh, wouldn't you know? The rain went south of us. It went north of us and east. I am convinced that rain hates us. Oh, it's to the point you're just numb to it now. As we're on day 65. Heck, let's break records. Let's go 75. We can be done with all of our crops by October 1st.